Top Gear India Special is one of the most hated specials, thanks to it being based around saving Britain from financial ruin, where they used a massive portion of the episode not including the cars. They decided to buy 3 British cars for under £7,000 and take them to the financial superpower called India. James was the first to arrive in a 1976 Series 1 Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow. Jeremy soon joined him in a Jaguar XJ's 60th anniversary model, which are well known for their unreliability. Hammond then arrived in a classic Mini Cooper Sport from 2001. They drove their cars 1,300 miles north, into the Himalayas. After most of the trip was spent racing a train, the hill climb course and the party. The trio modified the 3 tired old cars and were challenged with rough gravel roads and thin mountain passes. Even after the long journey, the 3 cars were still working and were put on plinths to stay forever. However, this wasn't the case. After the episode, they wanted to leave the cars on the plinths, but the Indian government didn't like the end result of the show and the cars were craned down. The Mini, Rolls and Jag were then taken to the National Motor Museum in Bewley, where they stayed for a few years. Eventually the exhibit needed something new and asked the BBC, who owned the cars at the time, to get rid of them. It was believed a fan spent months begging the BBC for the Mini, and was eventually given it to shut him up. The Rolls-Royce, however, was given to Steve the Maniac Swapper to break. Steve put an advert on eBay offering it his parts. When a man named Keith Bagnall saw the advert, he contacted Steve immediately and bought the entire car. When it arrived, it was a mess. It hadn't run for years, the keys were missing, the brakes had split and the calipers were broken. At this point, Keith has rebuilt most of the mechanicals of the car. The owner of the Mini still owns it and has promised Keith first offer if he ever sells it. Now we come to the Jag. Keith tried to buy it, however the answer from the BBC was a straight no. The Jag hasn't been seen since and has likely been crushed. Even though this is sad, at least 2 of the cars will live on with the passion of these great men.